Tēnā koe, ko Kerry Blackmore Freeland tōku ingoa, e mahi ana au kei Reconnect Family Services, ko au te cultural leader kei Korara. My role in the organisation as the cultural leader is to support the staff to better meet the needs of the young people that we're caring for, and also to ensure that we as an organisation are doing things in a way that is tika and pono for our whānau. I got into foster care when I was around 7 or 8. A concerned neighbour noticed my mother leaving our house with some suitcases, and so she rang the police and I got uplifted, myself and another young girl. Back in those days, there was no domestic purposes benefit, so she was just a solo mum. She came home later that night to find out that we were taken. One of my newest achievements, and one that I never thought would ever happen to myself personally, was I have just graduated for my Masters in an Applied Indigenous Knowledge through Te Wānanga o Aotearoa. And honestly, I stood on the stage just a few months ago, very proud, considering I haven't even got my school C. Yes, I dropped out of school really young and had a child really young. So to achieve this Masters was a real big deal, and there were lots of tears, there was lots of doubt. But on the other side, I can say it was the hugest sense of accomplishment. The beautiful thing about completing the Masters of Applied Indigenous Knowledge, it was a team effort. My husband and I were able to journey together, and we actually described ourselves as double-hulled waka, lashed together on the kaupapa of Te Whaioranga. Each hull had its own mana, and we were able to journey the academic ocean together in that way.
Ko Whani Freeland tōku ingoa, he kaiare i matua hononga Māori, kei Tamaki Makaurau. Kia ora. I'm the what we describe as the Māori navigator for Oranga Tamariki within the rohe of Tamaki Makaurau. Yeah, we found ourselves in what we call this Whaioranga space and serving our tamariki and mokopuna. I serve from the waka of Oranga Tamariki, and Kerry serves from the waka of Reconnect Children and Family Services. So it's been a new and exciting space of us as husband and wife.
What also has occurred is I've actually run a foster home as well in later life. So that lived experience has really helped me understand sort of where some of our people are at the time that they come into care.
I grew up in an environment where mum and dad were emergency foster care parents going back to our matua whāngai days, 1980s. So it was common for us to wake up in the morning and have a new brother and sister with us in our home. The police or social welfare or even Māori Affairs would bring whānau tamariki home in the middle of the night. It's just part of our upbringing. So the mahi within what Kerry does with Reconnect and my mahi within Oranga Tamariki is an extension of that service. I think that lived experience offers us two things: real great humility in understanding what our whānau and tamariki are going through, and also brings the nākau to the mahi. In my experience, the need hasn't changed in 30 years from when I was a kid through to what I'm witnessing now, and something that mum and our kaumātua have sort of put us in those roles since we were kids. Lived experience is so important, and certainly in the way we are as a couple, and those role models around us. Within the last 6 weeks, we've also have been really privileged to take on our moko papa with Kerry and moko kauai and my mata ora. It's been part of our whaoranga journey together and around the regeneration and celebration of whakapapa.